Okay, hey guys, I'm back again. So I had to do some stuff. Windows updated, so it fucked many of my things. So I had to reinstall some dependencies. Um, so let's see what happens. Okay, so now we are here again in the application. We can log out still. Okay, so I can log in. One, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. Okay, and we can create new ones. Okay, we can choose files. Let me just move this one out of the way so we can go and select. Where the hell is my downloads? I don't have anything there. Let me just media. Okay. I guess this one, just to have that saved there. So let's say whatever and whatever, still create, and it's going to create a new post, okay, for this account that is logged in. And we could also try to generate a link. So right now, although we don't have the page right now, let me just go here. Okay, so this is the account that is logged in. Okay, I just added a new post. This is not it. It needs to refresh, but you get the idea there. We can see what we have. The token, this token should not be valid anymore, and we will see how to reflect that in the application. So we don't have the page for the for all the posts and for a single post. So we will create the all posts right now. And let me just go to my other application, and I have main. Okay, I have main.book, which is just a section returning and, well, not returning, sorry, with a nested h1. So let me just go there. Okay, so we are going to work a little bit here in book in order to get the layout for the main. That should be home. Okay, you can see we only get posts. So let's say for this div with a class container, no, a class post container. So, well, let's see if that tab works. If posts is not equals to undefined, let's just get this out of the way so we can start with Node.js again. Although this should be backwards, but let's just keep rolling with this. So if the post is not undefined and the post where that thing is going to come from is going to come from the backend from Node.js, we will be able to send some information and receive in the template. So we're checking at this point for the post, which doesn't exist right now. And we're going to say we're going to see if post that length. Sorry, I cannot freaking speak. I just started recording, and I didn't think about recording today, so we're just adding tabs. Maybe the tabs are not going to work because it wants some specific indentation, but we will see that error in the page. Okay, it's going to display us here if we did something wrong, so no worries. So each, okay, this is not jQuery, each post, okay, so we're going to loop inside the post that is going to come from Node.js. So from, or each post inside posts in posts is going to return a div For each one, we're going to return a div with a class post, a paragraph with a title or with a class title, and in order to say what we want to add as a value, we can just add a space and say whatever we want, or we can say equals, and this is useful because it's sorry guys, I cannot fucking speak. So if I do this, okay, what do you think is going to happen? It's just going to show us post that title in plain text. But if we do this, you can see that that title changes color. Okay, so this is now a property inside this post object. Okay, so in case you want to do something with an object or return a specific property, you will only need to say equals and just to smash all these things together and or squish, and that will work. So span equals post that, and remember we have a user and we're returning a user property inside the post, which is the user information that added that post data values. And there are a few ways on which we can return this thing from Node.js, but right now we are just going to do some basic stuff so you can get the idea, and from there you can just check what you want to do. Then we're going to generate a new link with the post ID. Okay, this might not be making too much sense for some of you. Okay, but we are going to go after we finish this to the backend and build the way that we're going to return these posts. Okay, so style equals let me just copy all this because it's just this property background image. I'm going to use the cover name, okay, which is it's going to be the image as a background, okay, instead of as an image. So I'm just going to do it like this. Okay, let me just save this and let me just see what happens. Do I need to refresh? Okay, seems that that is working. Yeah, we will see that if that really works in a bit. So let's go to post controller and we're going to work inside this function. You can see it only says response.render main is rendering the main template, okay, from PUC. So we just go to post controller and we're going to return all the stuff from everything we have from the posts. Okay, in this case, I don't think I'm going to return anything from the that specifies which user did that post. That will only happen when we go to the single post. Okay, so yeah, we will see that because I can't really remember much about this. So, and I hope the mic is being picked correctly because, as I said, Windows updated and it fucked a ton of my stuff. Okay, even from work. So I don't know why they just messed with with the things like that. So let's just continue with this. And also, if we see some errors that I might not understand at first, it could be because of that, because Windows updated. So let's say we have these models, okay? We already have all the functions here. We just need to add what is going to be executed inside of the function. So we say models. Remember, we have the models. and Sequelize is returning all the models with all the information. Okay, so we can say post from the models. We want the post model, and we find all the posts. Sorry, not the models, but the post. And we want to say include. Okay, then we are including actually the user. We just move this mouse over there and include the model that is in a relationship with this, the model that user. Okay, so we're going to return, well, sorry, that didn't sound good. We're going to return the post, all the posts that we can find, okay? And I want to include for each individual post that returns the user that is appended to that post, okay? So that is what is going to happen. Now we are going to append a then to this, okay? As I said before, we can use an await, and how to use an async here, we just do async inside this, okay? And we say await, and we await for this, await, we will need to say constant response, or not response, because response is going to conflict with the other one, x equals await, and if x returns, then we can do whatever we want, okay? But we're going to just go the simplest and maybe not the best way, but we're just going to go with what I think is going to help you to understand more with promises, okay? So we're going to find all the posts and include the user inside that post. And we're going to receive all the posts, okay? Let's say let underscore posts. I'm going to create a new array here and post that map. So we're going to map through each of the how can I say this, of the posts, okay? Actually, that's how we're going to map through each of the posts inside the post variable that is going to return these models, okay? And we're just going to say p or post and we are just going to say posts that push p data values. Okay, so we're going to push all the stuff from the posts. Okay, why I'm doing this again? Just let me just check, guys. Sorry, I cannot freaking speak. I don't know why. I just had my coffee cup. Even it's 2 in the afternoon. Afternoon. Well, I don't know. So usually with work was I end up sleeping late. I just got used to sleeping late and waking up late, you know. So this is kind of my morning. So that's why I cannot freaking speak. So post that map. Do I need really to push the data values to a new array? And what? Let me just do something, guys. Let me just do something because maybe, and I want to see how this returns. Okay, let's just make a quick break here. Console log posts. This post, how is coming? Let me just catch whatever is going to happen here. Whatever error happens, let's just, well, I'm going to respond with the status 500 internal server error. We're going to render again if there's an error with this. The main with an object that says there was an error fetching all the posts. Okay. All right, let me just say view or wrap. It's going to, no, it's not going to wrap that specific thing. Okay. So that's too loud, I think. But I'm not adding the error. Well, I can add the error if I want, but let's just see if this works. That's too freaking loud. If that is too loud, guys, let me know. Now we'll see what I can do with that. As I said, the update fucked some stuff, so I will need to check. Even my devices were plugged off, so I had to reconfigure all that. This freaking Windows update was really bad. So, so yeah. Let me just know if that is too loud, so I will see if I can disable that. The sounds for the notifications, maybe. And yeah. So I should be getting the posts. If I save this, it's going to. Okay. Oh, but I need to actually. Model is not defined. Okay. Where I have model. Where it says it's not defined. Post controller JS. Model is not defined. Okay, because it's models that user. It's not going to respond. Oh, okay. I can see the data now. It's not going to respond with anything here, okay, in the template, because we're not responding with anything. I have the post. Okay, that's why I'm doing this. I'm just adding from each post the data values. I don't want the previews and all this stuff, so I'm just going to send the data values to that array and respond with way less data than is coming inside the object. Okay, that is what I wanted to see. Why I was returning why I was doing an array and mapping to that array and getting the data values. Okay, because I forgot what I did there. So let me just go back to this. So we're going to define a new post or a variable underscore posts. We're going to map through all that. We already did this. So post that push data values, and we're just going to respond response that render main with a new object posts, and it's going to have the value, or it's going to be a how there was a word for this. I freaking forgot. Was reference. Okay, this post is going to reference the underscore post. That is the array with all the data values. Okay, that is the information you can see. Okay, it's the ID. Well, it's, it's not that one. It's the ID, title, content, cover URL, and all that. And the user, and you can see has this user with this another user inside these square brackets. So that is the user information. Okay, so we can loop or we can get the properties of this specific user. Okay, right now. So that's why we're including the model user. Okay, inside each of the posts that it can find. So let's save this one. Okay, let's refresh and see if we're if we are going to get something, okay, let me just do this and let me just, okay, and you can see we get all the title, the name or the email of the user, okay, that did that created that post. So for this, what else we can do? So we don't have the styles yet, I think. So let me just go to my public folder. It's easy to lose track of how to make these videos when you don't have the time to do them, every day. So let me just check where is my public folder. I don't have a public folder. What the hell? Or I'm just blind? No, I don't have a public folder. No. Well, let's create a new one. We created a public folder, okay, which is going to contain some stuff that we will need. Okay, so let's just create a new, okay, new folder. See it? No, inside routes, no, inside public, CSS, and no, well, yeah, inside public, JS. I don't know why it does that. Okay, JS, and okay, the JS is just, okay, the JS is only for the toggle of this stuff. Okay, okay. Okay, it's not that much. Actually, it's not a big application, so that makes sense. Doesn't even need that much styling. So, and I am not a designer, so so I'm just trying to make this less ugly. Okay. Let's say, what was the name? Main. That's CSS. And as I do this, we're going to review how I appended the CSS to this. Okay, so let me just refresh. And you can see we are receiving the posts, okay? And they have a link. Why? Because let me just go to inspect. Okay, we have some media queries here, and you can see it made this. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Oh. It made this look a little nicer. Okay, doesn't look that bad actually. Pretty simple, yeah, but maybe making this bigger and making this a little bit smaller and to fade a little bit with the background is going to look really good. So it already has some shadows, okay? So yeah, and well, of course the images are not that big. We can try to set that to cover. Let me just get Lumin here and say start background. Let's play with this background size cover. You can see if we add the cover, it's going to try to fit everything inside the, so it's going to look better with this. Let me just inspect and background size cover, and you can see how it's going to affect the background size, the relationship with the image and the container div. Of course, the image is a background, so it makes that fit better. So that's why I'm rather setting most of this stuff as backgrounds, so you can see it's easier to make them look better than just to try to fit images that is going to, be a pain. So yeah, we have some mini queries. So let me just go, and if you are interested in this, you can see the body container, okay, the nav, the UL inside the nav, okay, the buttons for the toggle, okay, the H1, the post container. You can see it's display flex, justify content center, and flex wrap. So that's why it's making this okay, moving all these, stacking them up like this or down, okay. Okay, the cover here we can say background size cover and make the images look better. With the cover hover, we're going to transform this, scale it a little bit just to make that that effect. And you can see, we refresh this. You can see how the images now try to take all the space from the container. So that's way better. It's telling me there's an error. Okay, yes, because we still don't have that one. And the rest are for the single post, okay, and the delete button, the avatar, and some user details, okay. So that's the simple style sheet for this, and how we appended the style sheet. So we need to go to the views, to the layout, and we append these style sheets, okay. You can see I even have a font from the Google API, the Poppins font, which is really good. It looks really good. So, and the CSS, main CSS, okay? That's all. So, let's go back. And we can see this. If I click one, of course, it's going to take me to the single post page, but we cannot see anything. So, how we're going with the time? 27 minutes. And let me just check my phone. Okay, nothing still. So, what we do, guys, I think since some people are still new with Node.js, I'm gonna cut this one here, and we're going to work retrieving the single in the next video. Okay, so you can reference each video as each topic. So thank you guys, and see you in the next one.